Jake is 27-year-old, height is 6'1". His pro record is 11 wins and 1 lose and 7 knockouts. He weighed in last at 227 pounds, but his last 3 fight before Tyson was at 200 pounds, so we will say he is fighting at 200 pounds. But how will he fare against the Punch-Out crew? Well, we will see him fight Glass Joe tomorrow. Jake Paul vs. Glass Joe. Glass Joe is 38-year-old, 5'11", weighing in at 110 pounds with a record of 1 win, 99 losses, but the 1 win came from a freak accident against Nick Bruiser. However, with that said, Jake Paul would win as he has more youth, slightly taller, and weigh almost double Glass Joe. The only thing Glass Joe has is more experience and that freak accident win, but Jake Paul would win at the end of the day. But how will Jake do against Von Kaiser? Von Kaiser, 32-year-old, height 6 feet tall, 144 pounds, and record is 23 win and 13 loses. Jake is almost 60 pounds heavier, which is a huge advantage. Also, Von Kaiser does have PTSD from losing to children he was teaching and with the name Problem Child. Von Kaiser PTSD will kick in, giving Jake the win. But how will he do against Disco Kid? Disco Kid, a 20-year-old 6'3" boxer weighing in at 210 pounds and a record of 4 wins and 12 losses. This fight will be closer than the last to fight Jake fought due to Jake not having a huge weight advantage. However, Jake will win this fight as Disco Kid is extremely telegraphic and yell out "Here it come" before he punch. But how will he do against King Hippo, and will Jake complete the minor circuit? King Hippo has no stats beside his 18-9 win-loss record. Given how big he is, I will say he is 400 pounds and 7 feet tall, which is a huge problem for Jake. However, he is predictable and his pants fall down a lot, so Jake will win in points if he play perfectly, but I do think King Hippo will land a punch or two and knock out Jake, giving Jake his first loss of the series. How will he do against Piston Hondo? Piston Hondo, a 28-year-old 6'2" boxer that is 174 pounds with a win-lose record of 6-1. Jake will weigh almost 30 pounds more than Piston, and he is predictable as he raises his eyebrow every time he punches.
The Hondo rush will give Jake problems, but I think Jake will win this one. But how will he do against Bear Hugger? Bear Hugger, a 32-year-old 6'3" boxer with a record of 29 wins and 12 losses and weight in at 440 pounds. If King Hippo can beat Jake with weight, then Bear Hugger will as well. Also, Bear Hugger doesn't have the pant falling down problem like King Hippo have, so Jake lose again. Jake lost twice and 1 more lost, and this series is over for him. How will he do against Great Tiger? Great Tiger, a 29-year-old 5'11" boxer with a record of 24 wins and 5 losses and weigh in at 132 pounds. He can teleport and make fake clone of himself, which would make Jake Paul struggle and lose. If Jake didn't have a nearly 70-pound advantage on Great Tiger, making Jake win this fight. But how will he do against Don Flamco? Don Flamco, a 23-year-old 6'1" boxer with a record of 22 wins and 3 losses and weigh in at 152 pounds. However, he is very cocky and underestimate his opponent and is predictable. And Jake have a nearly 50-pound advantage, but if he lose his hairpiece, he could be a challenge, but Jake still wins. How will he do against Aaron Ryan? Aaron Ryan, a 23-year-old 6'1" boxer, and his weight is 160 pounds and has a record 18 wins and 10 losses. This should be another Jake Paul W, but Aaron Ryan will have horseshoes gloves. It will be close, but Aaron Ryan will knock out Jake and do serious damage to him. If this video get 5 likes, I will continue the series.